All right, so going on with First Thessalonians chapter 3. Um, Definitely an encouragement to the church through the strength of Timothy, and but I just want to talk about verse 1. At first, it popped out to me that the disciples thought it'd be best to be left by themselves in Athens, and then I looked at it. I think they were there because, um, Paul alone was there, probably, according to the NIV study note. But I think he was there because there was a verse in chapter 2, verse 16 to the end. Really, 14 to the end talks about essentially Satan or people that are anti-Christ, trying to hinder the gospel from being spread. And I just think today that's basically like, I don't know, like Chinese officials. Yeah, and same people crucified Christ, and yeah, and it sound basically, it's interesting that they decided to stay in Athens, and was that connected with their resistance to meet with the Thessalonians in chapter 2, longing to see the Thessalonians, according to the study note or title. So yeah, it's probably if we experience resistance in any way, sometimes you gotta send your delegate. Sometimes it's just like, if you have a conflict with someone and you're trying to resolve it, you might not be able to do it yourself. You might have to send delegates, or you might have to just focus on what you're doing, and send somebody to gently work on that culture, that situation. It's interesting Timothy went, because I don't know, Timothy might not have been as prominent, or he's probably pretty smart, but I mean, compared to Paul, probably, well, I don't know, probably close, but yeah, maybe God permitted that to happen because, well, no, most likely it was the people influenced at this time, the non-believing Jews that didn't accept the word of Christ, and that created a riff. Okay, so I guess Timothy would be like a way to gently reach somebody. Like, you can send in your powerhouse people. Like, you might say, "Oh, I'm such a great person," And I want to go in and help all these people. But it'd probably be better for you to just send in your, your friend or somebody that you've been training, or, or as it says here, we sent Timothy, who in 3:2, who is our brother and co-worker in God's service in spreading the gospel of Christ, to strengthen and encourage you in your faith, so that no one would be unsettled by their trials. For you know quite well that we are destined for them. So, I guess, like it was meant to happen. Like the trials were meant to happen. I'm thinking maybe it was meant to be a gentle process, and maybe Paul would have been like a powerhouse in that situation. But at the same time, if those teachings, those systematic teachings, had given up the stronghold of Thessalonica, I wonder how much more cultural, long-term systematic impact the people would have experienced if Thessalonica had been basically brought to Christ or converted. That's interesting. Probably quite a bit, if they would have been converted strong, or kind of empowered at that time. So it's kind of a raging war, but at the same time, the enemy, means for evil, God makes for good, essentially. But all because Timothy, you got to go through some trials, and rejoice in that. And he also is probably a gentle version of somebody that would spread the gospel, but greater works than these. So I don't know. It's a good passage. That's where I'm at in my devotional. And God bless this day. In Jesus' name. And I woke up at 4 a.m. But not really. I had to use the bathroom. But still waking up. Trying to wake up at 4 a.m. I didn't today because I listened to a podcast that said get more sleep. But at the same time, wake up at 4 a.m. and you'll be like that Navy SEAL guy. I forgot his name. He's really big. Alright, God bless.